Good morning, welcome to Morning Outlook. This is Kim speaking on Monday the 1st of April. Okay, so the clocks are all aligned again. Just to remind you, if you haven't set your calendars up correctly, because I just had to check mine, just check that we're all aligned again, back to 5 hours difference to US Eastern Time in the UK here. So let's have a look at these markets then. The euro dollar, we've got the weekly monthly pivot sitting above us, which could cause a bit of a draw. We've got Trump this morning at some point over the weekend had been twittering regarding if only the Fed hadn't increased the interest rates, the world would be a better place. There we go. I'm not sure if that's an April Fool or not, really. Anyway, if he is either, there we are. So technically what we got here this morning on the euro, well, as I say, it's got the potential to run towards that weekly monthly pivots there. I would like to short it as ever. On an intraday basis, maybe. I mean, I think the weekly may be the opportunity in the shorter term here if it was to break beyond that, which would probably take, judging by the amount of movement we've seen lately, at least 2 days, maybe 3. We'll see, but they've both got potential, and if anything was to come out particularly important to change things, well, we could see it in 2, I suppose. So that's where I'm sort of looking at the moment. My preference is, as I said, to be shorting, so even if it just gets to the weekly pivot, maybe I'd be looking to short into that. Just got to watch the price action when it does. If it pushes through it, just got to be a bit patient to see. It may run into its daily R2 today, but that's what we're looking for on the upside. If it fails to get there and starts breaking through this lump of moving averages, there's a little tiny gap unfilled below, which could be a bit of a draw. Maybe we'll run down towards Friday's lows, maybe even run to the S1. There's plenty of space for it to do so. Pound dollar. Anyway, the pound dollar. From a daily perspective, well, we managed to get back to the daily 200 last week in the end. It's at the moment just running up towards its weekly pivot again here. Monthly pivot's just above as well. Similar sort of picture beginning of the month here. These chasing back towards their pivots at the moment. Well, reasonable sell point would be that weekly pivot again. Similar sort of picture to the euro in that respect, although not that much difference or further to run into the monthly pivot, which could be a possibility with its daily R1. So certainly a possibility there to the upside there. I'm still, but I'm erring into short-term shorts on the basis of this. I think there's something called Brexit going on that hasn't been settled and doesn't look too clear at the moment. So on that basis, I would possibly be looking on the short side. The risk is to the downside at the moment with the pound. Dollar yen. Dollar yen. Well, dollar yen has continued at the little move up. I say shove up. It's hardly much of a shove, was it? It's on its hands and knees here, pushing backwards. It's going in a direction that fits for the fundamentals, etc. It could quite easily push towards its weekly R1 there. It does have monthly and weekly pivots below and daily pivots below, so all 3 are lined below. So maybe a big enough draw just to get it to come down. If you've seen the pound, the euro pushing up, perhaps the dollar yen may come down for us. We'll see. But at the moment, well, yeah, certainly a possibility. Right, okay, so that's dollar yen. Aussie dollar. Aussie dollar having a little bit of a shove up this morning. It's in a tight old range, maybe with a sort of softening against US dollar. It may push up back towards prior highs there. It's already above its weekly and monthly pivot and daily pivot. So any sell-off, I mean, it's diverging where it's sitting at the moment on the 60-minute time frame on using RSI. If any sell-off in here could target back towards that weekly, daily, monthly pivots all sitting there tightly below. So it's not a great intraday trade for me, but generally the Aussie, but we'll watch that. Canadian dollar, quite the opposite there then. Well, we've got a bit of more of a mix here. We've got the weekly pivot showing above us, the monthly below us, and we're stuck in the middle. Well, either way, it's an each way bet at the moment on the pivot front, but aside of our pivots, let's have a look at what it's doing. It went up, it sort of double topped there. In fact, that for daily, yeah, there's a bit of divergence across the dailies, which had already occurred and already seen perhaps a bit of a move from. It's 4 hourly wise. There's probably one on the MACD, isn't there? There we go. I knew there would be. There'd been one on the MACD, shot off. They didn't like the figures on Friday, and well, off it came. Where to from here? Well, any bounces? Well, looking towards that monthly, weekly pivots that are sitting above. Likewise, there could be good shorting points if it comes back to there. Okay, that's pretty much it. News-wise today, we've got core retail sales for the US. Actually, sorry, we've got manufacturing PMI for the UK out first at 9:30. That may create a bit of volatility there. It's some CPI flash estimates for the Eurozone at 10. Again, maybe we'll see a bit of a movement from that. But then 1:30 we've got core retail sales coming out, and then 3 PM we've got the US manufacturing data coming out. So a bit of data coming out through the day today. It is non-farm payrolls week. It can be a bit quieter. We know from experience that recently they tend to get a bit range bound, but we'll see. Have a great one. Bye for now.